All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I got a pretty interesting question the other day, and that question was, how do you get the bicep vein? So I thought this would be a really interesting question to answer in a video because I myself used to wonder that when I was a little bit younger, and I didn't have the vein very prominent yet, and I would look at people who had that very prominent bicep vein, and I would be jealous of it, and I would be training to try to get that bicep vein. So I'm really going to kind of give you guys information that I realized when I was trying to get the bicep vein. So I saw a lot of comments about this in the past, and a lot of people say, oh, it's genetic whether or not you have the bicep vein, and that's just not the case at all. So the vein that a lot of people are referring to when they refer to the bicep vein, it's the vein kind of on the outer portion that's visible on the front of your bicep when your palms are facing forward. So this is known as the cephalic vein. So everybody has the cephalic vein. It's just located differently in different people. It might be, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit of a different shape to it. But for the most part, everybody has a cephalic vein. So there's no real, genetic variance in whether or not you have a bicep vein. Pretty much everybody has it. But it's just whether or not it's visible is the question. So when you ask the question, how do you get the bicep vein? You already have it. It's just a matter of making that vein visible and making it very prominent. So the cephalic vein is known as a superficial vein. So this basically means it's on the outer surface of the bicep muscle and it's close to the surface of the skin. So that's basically what makes it more visible. There's other veins that run beneath the muscle and through the muscle, but this vein runs above the surface of it. So if you're trying to make your bicep vein or any other vein more visible, the number one most important factor is being lean. So if you're lean, you're probably going to have visible veins. But if you're lean and you don't have visible veins, the problem is that you probably don't have enough muscle mass to really push those veins to the surface and get a good pump and blood flow in the muscle to really make those veins full and visible. So the number one most important thing would be to be lean if you're not already lean. But if you are already lean and your bicep vein is not very prominent, then the first thing you need to do is put on some muscle mass, and that will help with the blood flow in your arms. So if you're already lean and you already have a decent amount of muscle mass and your vein visibility still isn't really what it should be, then there's other things that you need to consider, and that would be nutrition. So nutrition will be one thing that you could really change up your vascularity with. For me personally, and for a lot of other people, it seems to be eating high sodium foods and high carbohydrate foods when you're already lean. It's going to make you a little bit more vascular. So that seems to be the case for me, and for a lot of other people that works very well as well. But if you're not lean and you got a lot of body fat, then you don't want to eat a lot of sodium because that's going to make you hold on to water. But if you're very lean and you eat a lot of sodium and a lot of carbs, it's going to make your veins very pronounced and very vascular all throughout your musculature. So the answer is really rather simple. If you're not lean, get lean. That's the number one thing. Number two, if you're already lean and you don't have the bicep vein, you're going to want to put on muscle. And number three, if you're lean and muscular and you don't have the vein still, you're going to want to change up your diet in a way that's going to make that vein really volumized and more pronounced. And maybe work out in the gym in a way that really focuses on drawing blood into the muscle. And maybe you're doing too many compound exercises and not really focusing enough on the pump. So that might be another thing to consider, is really focusing on the pump of the muscle, because that's going to help with blood flow. Even when you're not working out, the blood flow that's going to your arms outside of the gym. So that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.